to Zola's Feast. To all my Zola's Feast family members who have already subscribed, welcome back. And to all of you who are watching and are not yet family members, please click the subscribe button. And while you're at it, give this video a like already because you know the recipe is going to be good. And comment below to tell me what else you'd like to see me make on the channel. As you can see today, I am not wearing the regular Zola's Feast apron because I'm wearing my brand new merch that is available on my website. So go onto my website www.zolanene.com and buy yourself one of these awesome denim aprons. They are durable, they are comfortable, and they are set to last you a very long time. And my face is on it. So basically when you cook and you have one of these on, you're guaranteed to do other things. Right, let's get into what we're making today. I'm very excited to make this recipe because a lot of you requested it over and over again. So listen, when you ask family, I listen. So today I am making a delicious prawn curry and I'm making roti. Oh, yum. Okay, so I'm going to do this video in two parts. So this is part one, and we're going to be making prawn curry first, and then in part two, on the next video, I'll make the roti. But of course, I'll be making both at the same time, but I don't want it to be too long, so I'm splitting it up into two videos. Okay, now that we're all acquainted with what's happening today, have you hit subscribe yet? I'm just checking, just double checking to see if you're listening to what I'm saying here. Click that subscribe button, y'all. Right, into the prawn curry, and here's what you need to make it.
1 onion chopped, garlic, ginger, and coriander stalks, 2 tomatoes grated, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, I'm using black ones, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and then you'll also need a couple of teaspoons of my Zola's Feast spice mix, but more about that a little bit later. 1 cup of full-fat yogurt, 2 tablespoons of oil, the coriander leaves, the zest of a lemon, and the juice of a lemon.
I know. I said this is a prawn curry and I haven't mentioned the prawns. Of course, you are going to need prawns for this recipe. So these I have sitting in a colander, just draining. I want to talk a bit about the prawns, and I also want to show those who don't know how to devein and shell them how to do it. Important things, if you buy them frozen, make sure that you defrost them inside a colander. Right? Store them in the fridge until the very last minute that you need to use them. Also important to know the source from where your prawns come from. So we always encourage sustainable eating because we're going to look after the environment. So make sure that yours are sustainably sourced. Okay, so let's get down to how this is done. Right, so it may look like a scary thing, and actually if you are scared, you can buy them ready shelled and deveined. But yeah, let me show you how quick and easy it is to do.
Pull off the head. Remove that completely, then peel away the shell. Make sure to take all of the shell off. You don't need to keep the tail for the curry. Then, using a paring knife, score down the back and then remove the dark tract from there. Then all that's left to do is give them a good rinse. And there you have it, a clean prawn ready for curry. Now you can keep the heads and the shells and you can use them to make a delicious sauce so you don't have to waste anything.
So here they are, our beautiful cleaned prawns. You can see how easy it actually is to do it yourself. The number one rule when making a prawn curry is never to overcook the prawns. So we always add them last, but I've got a trick for you that makes sure that even if you slightly overcook them, they'll still be plump and juicy. Right, let's get cooking.
Season the prawns with a teaspoon of my Zola's Feast spice mix for lots of delicious flavor. Then also season them with the lemon zest. You also want to do a pinch of salt at this stage, not too much salt, and a squeeze of the lemon juice. Now the combination of the lemon juice and the salt is what keeps the prawns plump during cooking. Heat the oil in a hot pan or pot. Then add the mustard seeds. Now you want to wait for these mustard seeds to just start popping. Then you know that the flavor is activated. And at this stage, you can now add the onion. Saute the onion over medium heat until it's softened and it starts to brown around the edges. Then we start adding the spices. So first of all, we're adding some more of that Zola's Feast spice mix. It's delicious. And then here I'm adding a bit of curry powder for a bit of a spicy kick, and then a bit of turmeric for the color and the flavor. Give that a stir, making sure that you toast the spices and you cook the spices, because this is a very important step. Make sure that you cook the spices. Then time for the aromatics: ginger, garlic, and those coriander stalks. Never throw away the stalks. They have lots and lots of flavor, so you always want to use them. So give that a stir over medium heat. Then in with the grated tomatoes. Turn the heat down a little bit at this stage, and then give them a stir so that everything sautés and just becomes delicious. Give it a good stir, then cover with a lid and leave it to simmer for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, remove the lid, give it a stir, and add a splash of water, and then leave to simmer for another 5 minutes.
So while this continues to simmer away, this is a good opportunity for me to tell you a bit more about my Zola's Feast Flavor Bomb Spice Mix. Okay, so this is a mixture of all of my favorite combination of spices. You can get it from my website. It's delicious as a rub for steak, obviously delicious in this curry, delicious as a seasoning for all sorts of things, for chicken, for fish, for meat, for vegetables, for roasting, for frying. I added to fried chicken the other day as well, which is delicious. So get yourself Zola's Feast Flavor Bomb Spice Mix, available from www.zolanene.com. Yay!
Right, time to add those juicy plump prawns. You'll see that they would have absorbed all that salt and that lemon. So add them to the sauce. Give it a good stir just to make sure everything is coated in the spices. And then all you need to do is cook them for 5 minutes. Remember, do not overcook the prawns. Right, give it one final stir through. You'll see that the prawns are mostly cooked. There'll be a few that just need a few more minutes, but everything will cook through. Give it a taste and season with salt and pepper. Then give it a good stir to make sure everything, all the seasoning is well distributed. It's time now to turn off the heat. Any additional cooking will happen in the residual heat. Add the yogurt. I am using full fat yogurt because it's creamy and decadent, and also it makes sure that nothing will split and the sauce won't separate. Give it a good stir to distribute everything and to make sure the yogurt warms through. Finish it with the fresh coriander leaves and a generous squeeze of lemon juice.
And there it is, our gorgeous prawn curry. So succulent, the prawns are juicy. Like I said before, the secret or the key to a perfect prawn curry is not to overcook those prawns. You saw how quickly they cooked. Right, it's time for my favorite part. You know what time it is. Tasting time. And I am serving mine with this gorgeous roti, which you can see how I made it in part 2. So make sure you tune in to the next episode of Zola's Feast. But for now, let me give this a delicious taste. Oh, I love it. Juicy prawn. Oh. So delicious. You've been asking me for this prawn curry recipe for such a long time. I'm glad I finally gave it to you. I hope you'll give this a try because it is sensational, so simple. Make sure once again that you tune in to the next episode of Zola's Feast. Subscribe, turn your notifications on so you don't miss it, so you can see how I made those delicious rotis. There you have it, guys. Another simple and delicious recipe. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Zola's Feast. Once again, make sure that you are subscribed, make sure that you turn on your notifications, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. Make sure you comment as well and let me know what you think. And if you try it, make sure you tag me. All my social media handles are below in the description. I love you all. And now, you know, I'm just going to finish my plate. Bye. See you next time.